Good afternoon and welcome to the big one of today of the Triple Eight of the Division 1 Boys V-Line Cup game between the Southeast Stingrays and the Geelong Falcons. Geelong Falcons won in the girls Division 1 at 10 a.m. They won in the Division 2 boys just before. They'll be looking for the clean sweep. The Southeast Stingrays will be looking to get a win here at Marty Birch Reserve. My name is Jordan Mole. Vocal cords are ready and raring to go for this big clash. Southeast Stingrays lost on Monday, 79-43 against the Gippsland Power, while Geelong won 74-20 versus the Great Western Victoria. So Geelong looking to be 2-0 for the V-Line Cup. Stingrays looking to get 1-1 on the V-Line Cup, but we are underway here. It's a bit of a hot footy to start. Ball in the middle, should be a ball up. If you didn't join us for the first two games, Southeast Stingrays are in the gold and black. Geelong Falcons are in the navy and white. Stingrays going to the right of your screen in this quarter. Kick inside 50 here. Good intercept mark taken. It's one thing in the Division 2. If you tuned in for that game, the Falcons did a great job of was their intercept marks inside defensive 50. Probably had a good 20 to 25 of them in a half, especially in that first half when they were under the pump. 50 metres free kick. Thought he played on there. It's a bit unlucky. Anyway, Patrick Urbanski, that might be a bit of a tongue twister throughout the day, will get the 50-metre penalty, and will he find someone? Goes to the pocket. Good mark taken. William Blake out of the St. Joseph Footy Club. He goes short over the top again. Good build-up play. Mark taken by Jack McGuinness. 185 centimetres out of the Torquay Football Club. He's got an opportunity for the first shot of this game. About 40 metres out. Tough angle. Will take his best. So McGuinness on the right foot. Looks pretty good off the boots. Oh, yes. What a way to start proceedings, Jack McGuinness. Splits the middle from 40 out right up against the boundary line, if you don't mind. And a perfect start here for the Geelong Falcons. One straight. Stingrays yet to score. So brilliant start for the Falcons. Got the 50-metre penalty, albeit a bit of an iffy one, but they took advantage of it, and that's the most important thing. And they're on the board. So back underway here. Chance now for Geelong to go inside forward 50 again. Ball gets out the back. What can the Stingrays do here when they're under the pump? Good test for them here. Handballs out laterally. They do well. Clears D50. Sharon didn't really favour the intended target. Ball picked up here by Roydhouse. Eventually goes over. Mark taken by Nate Chamberlain. He concedes some ground. Go inside 50 here now. Nice looking kick. Mark dropped by the centre half back for the Stingrays. Ball about 40 metres out here now. They're under the pump here to start this game. That one, ball up. So thrown up here. Was he tackled without it? Umpire says no. Stingrays looking to exit. Great tackle there. Not rewarded, but they're going to get some reward going forward. It was just a bit of an errant kick. We'll go over the line for a throw in. So ball set to be thrown in the right forward pocket. If you have just joined us, Jack McGuinness has kicked the sole goal. It was a beauty, 40 metres out right on the boundary. Can Geelong add to their tally here in the early going? Good rundown tackle, no whistle. Got the little tap out. They're under the pump here, the Stingrays. Bit of a kick out there from Benstead. Been pretty brave in defence here at the moment. They're able to exit D50. Ball kicked out on that far side from Blythe. Mark intercepted, though, by Zurawell. Now the Ocean Grove Football Club. Goes right to the arc of 50. Ball gets to the smalls, close to the boundary line. Just kept in for the time being. Eventually over the line. Will be thrown in. So turn into a decent conditions. We had a fair bit of rain in the girls' game. A little bit of rain in the Division 2. And at the moment, looks like most of it is gone past us. Sun not exactly shining, but just overcast conditions. Handballing backwards here, the Stingrays are putting themselves under a little bit of pressure. Just kept in here. Quick kick forward. Can someone get on the end of this for the Falcons? How does it bounce? Not well for the Falcons. Clearing kick. Picked up. Can he show his class here on the left foot? Just caught a little bit too much belly of the ball and misses to the left-hand side. That was number 14, Hamish Watson, out of the St. Joseph's Footy Club. So 1-1-7, the Falcons. Stingrays yet to score. So good crowd and feel around Marty Birch Oval. Got the bakery, got the cafes, got the coffee vans. A kick there. Mark taken. Just a required journey. Harper Murray. He goes for a dangerous kick in the corridor. It's going to be intercepted. Kick over the top. They're going to make him pay here. Jaron Baker. Is he too far out to score? It was Daniel May who took that intercept mark. So Baker out of South Colac Footy Club. What can he do? Well, unfortunately for him, that's a shank. Mark taken by Aidan Farr. The back pocket. He's kicked just a required journey to Blythe. Kicks out now, and that'll end up going over the line. So not a bad result from the Stingrays after turning the ball over in the corridor. So ball going to be thrown in slightly in Geelong's forward half. Bit of holding going on in the ruck, but no whistle either way. Won a ground level by the Falcons. It's a good tackle there. Ball came out in the tackle, so there was no whistle. Another good rundown tackle. Will be a ball up. So one thing that's been on display in each of the games today, and this game's no exception from the first 5 minutes or so, it's the tackling. There's been a lot of really good tackles and pressure in the 1%ers. Saw a lot of smothers in the Division 2 and in the women's game. Holding free kick going the way of the Stingrays. So an opportunity for them. They haven't really had too much of a threat as the ball's lived in Geelong's forward half for the majority of this first quarter. Ball kicked forward here now. What can they do? Ball scuffles over the boundary line. Will be thrown in about 70 metres out from the Stingrays' goal. Scores 1-1-7. Geelong lead. South East Stingrays yet to score. Jack McGuinness, our sole goal scorer. So ball thrown in. No clear winner out of the contest. But Falcons end up with it. Goes with a kick down the line. Mark was dropped by the intended target, but it still gets to the back. Can they get a little bit of run here now? They do. Is this going to stay in? It'd be really good if it does. Just stays inside the field of play. Could have been worse. Not out in the full, just stayed inside. But William Blake was chasing after that. Would have loved for it to stay in for his sake. So ball thrown in now. Goes for a two-handed smack over the top of his head was Kayla Thompson. Still no winner at ground level. Handballed out. Bit of a scrubber kick forward. Never easy to judge these one. It is judged very well by Maxwell Davies. Can they get something off that, though, the Stingrays? They just can't get any territorial dominance. That being said, the Falcons only kicked the one goal. That one's going to be out in the full, so chance for the Stingrays here to launch. Goes with a short kick. It was a risky one and got past a few hands. Handballed out now. Still no clear winner at the fall of the ball. Slightly going forward here for the Falcons. Lots of bodies around it, just sort of waiting for a whistle or someone to break through the pack. Stingrays do well. Good composure. Not the best of kicks, though. Not an easy spot. They've got to show a bit of composure there. It's a good tackle. In fact, it's going to come back for a throw on the previous handball. So Falcons free kick now. 45 metres out. Can they find an option? They're all over them at the moment. They've got to get territorial damage. Is that 15 metres? Looked about 8, but mark paid. Jaron Baker takes the mark. Out of South Colac, and about 40 metres out directly in front. Gets an option short. Good option. Well done. Good movement from Tate Hobson out of the South Barwon Footy Club. 173 centimetres and did very well there. Good communication with Baker on the same page. So Tate Hobson. About 30 metres out, slight angle. For Geelong's second. They're all over them. They need some territorial dominance, though. Goes on the right foot. Goal umpire does not move. Well done, Geelong. Hobson has his first. All set up, though, by Jaron Baker. It was a brilliant tackle. Got the free kick. And then was able to find the target. So 2-1-13. Geelong. Southeast Stingrays yet to score and yet to really have a scoring opportunity. So thrown up here now in the middle. Can the Stingrays get something going? Falcons have just got their hands all over the footy at the moment. That's another example. Here is Baker chasing after another one. Handballed over the top here. Baker will end up on the end of it. Spins back. Tries to set his teammates up. They got another inside 50 here. All by himself, but just a little bit too much on the kick. Did well to get away from his man. The Stingrays now almost a double Falcon on that side. Falcons now, bit of a wobbler kick inside 50. Might suit a small, but just out of reach of the chasing William Blake. And will be a throw in. So ball set to be thrown in. Ground level here. Quick kick out. The Stingrays win it. Can they get some run here now? They just can't seem to break down this wall that the Falcons have got. And here's another example of it. Kick forward again. Lots of bodies around it. Gets to the back. Danger signs for the Stingrays. Does pretty well there. Does the Stingrays defender in Ellis. Does very well, in fact, because it ends up going over the line. Brandon Ellis, well done there out of the Pearcedale Baxter Junior Footy Club. 15 years of age and 189.5 centimetres. He's not even the tallest player on the ground. That's a decent height at that age. Thrown in. What can they do here now? Let's live down this end. I think the Stingrays wouldn't be too disappointed to go in at quarter time, only conceding the 2 goals, because it's been basically 97% of the ball inside Geelong's forward 50. So thrown up here again, inside 50 for the Falcons. Not a lot of movement around this throw up. Handball was just disrupted, meant the ball had to go back. Sort of chasing after this ball, but couldn't keep his feet. Was Barak, but ends up going forward anyway. Close to the boundary line over on that far side where a lot of the play's been. That kick, not the best. It was off the ankle. That's the pressure of Geelong. Handball over the top, taken high. Should be a free kick and will be. To the goal scorer in Tate Hobson. Hobson now kicks to a great spot. What a kick. That's a beautiful hit up Mark taken by Daniel May. But Hobson, who kicked the goal just a few moments ago, his goal was set up by Jaron Baker. Well, he might have just set up a goal for his teammate in Daniel May. So May now, 186 centimetres out of St Mary's Footy Club. They must trust he's got a serious leg on him. He'll be kicking at 40 metres, but there's only one guy on the line. Goes with the right foot. It's going to clear it easy. It's just an accuracy straight through the middle. That would have been good from 55. And it's a fast start for the Geelong Falcons. Daniel May with his first, and it's 3-1-19. Southeast Stingrays yet to score and yet to really have any sort of inside 50 pressure. I think they probably would have had 2 inside 50s. Geelong Falcons probably about 17-18 as we near quarter time. So goal scorers for Geelong, all individual ones. Tate Hobson's got one. Daniel May you just saw, and Jack McGuinness, who kicked the first of the game right from the boundary, 40 metres out. It was an absolute ripper. So close to quarter time here. Can the Stingrays get something going forward now that it's back to the middle and it's not locked in Geelong's forward line? Clearance looks like it's going to be won by the Falcons, though. They're really just putting on a clinic here at the moment. Kick inside 50. Big flyers at the front of the pack. May, he just kicked one a moment ago. Can he get another one right foot? Oh, yes. 2 in about 30 seconds for Daniel May. Brought the ball to ground on a 2-on-1 and threw it on the boot and straight through the middle. You little beauty. 4-1-25. Southeast Stingrays yet to score. So Daniel May, 186 centimetres, but he's got a seriously good wingspan. So he's able to bring those balls to ground. He's just kicked 2 as a forward. They've chucked him in the midfield for this contest. Stingrays just desperately need quarter time. Thrown up here. What can they get going here? Looks like they're finally going to get something going forward. Kick inside 50 for the Stingrays over on that far side. Big fly from behind. Good mark. Good mark taken by number 52, Leon Noble. We talked about big bodies. He's listed 192 centimetres out of the Somerville Football Club. Goes to Rowville Secondary College. And he's got one here. He'll be kicking at about 40 metres, 45-degree angle to get something on the board for the Stingrays just before quarter time. So here is Noble. Goes on that right foot. It's a good-looking kick. It's just about the distance. He's got it. And pretty much the first time that the Stingrays go forward, they get a goal. It was a brilliant mark from Noble, and he finishes off his hard work. So 4-1-25. Stingrays now on the board with the 1 goal. They trail by 19 points, 25-6. Noble kicked a goal in their loss on Monday to the Gippsland Power, and he's just got one there. So back in the middle now. Massive fly in that ruck there. That's a seriously big leap on number 12, Harper Diamond for the Geelong Falcons. They go inside 50. Is an immediate response. Mark's going to be taken. Harry Lindsay, probably too far out to score. Good kick. And a better mark. Oscar Roydhouse had to move his body there at the last minute. The kick just slightly faded, but he's got an opportunity now from about 40 metres out. Slight angle to make that Southeast Stingrays goal before null and void, and to make it a 5-goal opening quarter for the Falcons. So in he comes. Good looking kick, and he was celebrating mid-kick. He's kicked the goal. Oscar Roydhouse, that one, out of the Newton and Chilwell Junior Footy Club. And it's 5-1-31. Geelong lead. The Southeast Stingrays, just the 1 straight 6. A dominant start, and sort of against the trend of what we've seen a majority at this ground so far today. It's been a bit of a slog. Haven't had much rain to speak of in the last probably hour and a half, which is probably why the skills have been a bit cleaner. It was a bit tougher the first 2 games today of this triple header. Stingrays go inside 50 now. Bone-crunching tackle. How's this one going to be awarded? Ball up. Feels like a long quarter, this one. Thrown up here. 40 metres out. And the Stingrays pinch one before quarter time. Lots of bodies around this footy. Not coming out. Maybe ball up. Thrown up here. Bursting through the contest. Couldn't get the handball away. Was he dumped after he... Yeah, he was. He was dumped after he got rid of that. A chance here for the Stingrays. Through Benstead. And as he's kicked it, the siren's gone. So quarter time. And what a quarter for the Geelong Falcons. They lead 5-1-31. Stingrays, the 1 goal. Goal scorers, just the 1 for the Stingrays. Leon Noble, great mark. Went back and slotted it from 40. Daniel May, 2 brilliant goals. He's got 2. Tate Hobson with 1. Oscar Roydhouse with 1. And Jack McGuinness with the goal of the day, or goal of the game, should I say, thus far from the boundary. He's got 1. We'll take a quick break for quarter time. The score is 31-6, 25-point lead for the Falcons. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few moments for the second quarter. Welcome back to second quarter action here in the Division 1 Boys V-Line Cup between the Southeast Stingrays and the Geelong Falcons. Quarter time, Geelong Falcons, what a quarter they had. 5 goals won, 31 to 1 goal straight 6. So 5 goals in that opening quarter. 2 to Daniel May. Some Inspector Gadget-like arms. Jack McGuinness has got 1. Oscar Roydhouse with 1 and Tate Hobson with 1. The sole goal scorer for the Stingrays, Leon Noble. So dominant first quarter from the Falcons. What can happen here in this second quarter? If you have just joined us, Southeast Stingrays are in the gold and black. They'll be going to the left of your screen in this quarter. And the Geelong Falcons, navy and white, going to the right of your screen in this quarter. So we're just about ready to get underway. Second quarter action here. Geelong Falcons in full control. Can they keep it going, or can the Stingrays flip the script? Ball up to start. In the middle now. Lots of bodies around it. Does eventually come out. Got a handball out. Just was Roydhouse. Goes to the fly. Big flies there. Big spoil. It's a mammoth spoil. It's got about 30 metres, that one, but not out of danger yet. They continue to press here. The Falcons over on that far side. Close to the boundary line. Over the boundary line. Boundary umpire says, give it to me. Geelong Falcons won in the Girls Division 1 earlier this morning, and the Division 2 win a few hours ago. And now we're here for the Division 1, and Geelong Falcons in full control. So they're looking like they're having a seriously good bus ride home as gets to around the 50-metre arc on that far side. Lots of bodies around it. Want this one to be tied up, and it will be. So thrown up here again. Stingrays want to get it out of this part of the ground. It just lived in their D50 in that first quarter. They've got to try and flip the script this quarter if they want to get back into this game. Handballed out. What can they do here now? Bit of link play through the middle. Falcons player does really well in there. That was Hamish Watson to stop the run. Follows up with it as well. Broke the tackle there that time as Lindsay gets the kick out wide. Falls at the fall of the ball. Here's Baker. Can he find a target? He hit one in the first quarter. Couldn't quite hit one there. Picked up. Left foot. Goal. Number 6 for the Falcons. Geez, they're up and about here at the moment. And it's number 16, Hamish Labitza. Another goal set up by Jaron Baker. That's his second goal assist. And Labitza out of the Newton and Chilwell Footy Club and St. Joseph's College, 183 centimetres. Couldn't quite hold on to the mark, but got it onto that left foot and finished the job. So 6-1, 37 plays, 1 straight 6. Danger times here for the Stingrays. Stingrays did win their opening clash, 79-43 on Monday against Gippsland. But bit of a different script thus far. There is Noble, the sole goal scorer. Hit the wrong part of the ball. Good pick up there that time by Lindsay. They get a little bit of run now, the Falcons. Gets it around the 50-metre arc. Here is Baker. Kick was smothered. Gets it over the line. Well done. It's very dangerous when he gets the ball, does Jaron Baker so far out of South Colac and Trinity College down in Colac. Wonder if there's any relation to Stephen Baker. Might be a thing to check at half-time. Ball thrown back in inside 50 for the Geelong Falcons. Kick over his head. Bicycle kick goal. Be quite interesting if someone got on the end of this. They can't. Still inside 50 here for the Falcons. Lots of bodies around it. Just able to get the handball out. A lot of handballs that are getting intercepted. Handball over the top. Chance for their 7th here, the Falcons on the right. I think he was sort of in a bit of two minds there, was Urbanski, whether he had a shot for a goal or go over the top and end up getting touched through by his own teammate. So 6-2-38, plays 1 straight 6. Goes short now. Picked up well by the Stingrays, and opportunity now to actually get it past halfway. Unfortunately, ran past the ball and gave the Falcons player an opportunity. Great run-down tackle. Not rewarded, though. The run-down tackle there was from Harrison. But back inside 50 again for the Falcons. Take your pick. There is Baker. Does he decide to keep going? He does over the top. Unselfish. Well done, Jaron Baker. And he finds William Blake out of St. Joseph's. 165 centimetres, small forward. He's got the mark here about 30 metres out. Tough angle. See if he goes the drop punt or the snap. Looks like he's shaping up for the drop punt. Would be their 7th goal if they put this one through. That one there just hits it a little skinny and misses it to the near side. So 6-3-39. They lead over the Southeast Stingrays 1 straight 6. Comfortable 33-point margin. Much different to their loss on Monday where they only scored 20 points. They did more than that in a quarter here and they're continuing to run. Plays on. He just missed one, this man, and that one there just missed the kick. That was William Blake. Unfortunately, couldn't find his key forward who was leading out into that forward pocket, but landed inside the field of play. So we'll be a throw in that right forward pocket. So ball thrown in here now. Whacked from behind. It does fall for them here. Another opportunity. Right foot. Another one here for the Falcons. They're starting to have some real fun. Nate Chamberlain finishes the job there. And that's their 7th. 7-3-45. Southeast Stingrays. 1 goal 6. Stingrays have pretty much been forward twice for the whole game. So I suppose their positive is that they've got a pretty good conversion rate. The problem is they're not getting it down there. And the Falcons, well, they're just running right here at the moment. Nate Chamberlain finishing that off out of St. Joseph's, 170 centimetres. And they've more than doubled their score from Monday. So thrown up here. All over them here at the moment. Good. Oh, I was going to say good tackle. And same reaction to the special comments as below me. It's not. It's a push in the back. So Stingrays, chance for a rare inside 50. When they do get him, they've had scored. That one there, well, they've just paid them up. Maybe a slightly early whistle, but he did well. Did Seal. He goes out laterally. Great mark taken, and he goes and takes the advantage. Just Hamish Watson. What does he do? Goes over the top. Another good, strong mark. This time by Leslie. What does he do with it? So as you just take the air out of it. Plays on. Booming left foot kick. Right to the arc of 50. Big flies everywhere. No one able to get hands to it. Stingrays now. Another errant handball. It's been their Achilles heel so far. Handball out. He's already kicked 2, this man. Can he kick a 3rd? That one's across the face. Stays in play as well, actually. So maybe the Stingrays can launch over the far side. Kick out towards the boundary line. It's going to beat everybody. It's Daniel May who had that shot there that just kept drifting across the face. He's kicked 2 already. So if you have just joined us, 7-3-45. Geelong Falcons running away with it. Their goal scorers, 2 for Daniel May, 1 for Jack McGuinness, 1 for Nate Chamberlain, Tate Hobson, Oscar Roydhouse, and Hamish Libster, the goal scorers. So here is Baker. Been very good facilitating the ball. That's another example of it. Mark wasn't held on to, though. Right at centre half forward here for the Falcons. Who can pick it up? Handball there. Good run down tackle. They've just got a real swarm mentality. Just looks like they've got an extra 4 or 5 players on the field around the contest. That's how much their pressure's up and about. That's better from the Stingrays. Good smother there that time from Roberts. Follows up with it, but Baker again. Jeez, he's here, there, and everywhere. Plays on the run. Right foot. Hasn't got the leg on it. Just drifting across the face. It would have been a highlight. William Blake just missed that one. His second miss. 2 behinds for him so far in the day. It just starts to very lightly spit here at Marty Butch Reserve. It rained a bit during the girls' game. A little bit during the Division 2 and slightly starting to rain here. In fact, more than slightly starting to rain. Really is a little bit more than slightly as it's coming back inside 50 here for the Falcons. It gets to the back. Oh, it's falling for them now. Here's another one. They're all getting in on the party at the moment. That one about clean bowled about 3 Southeast Stingrays players, and Patrick Urbanski has got that one out of St. Mary's, 178 centimetres. And it is 8-4-52 to 1 straight 6. Not looking good for anyone who was wanting a close competitive game. But full credit to the Falcons. They're playing some seriously good footy as they look to improve to 2-0 on their V-Line Cup. This edition of the V-Line Cup, of course, the 76th edition, Premier Under-15s competition. It really is starting to rain a little bit more as a few people are making their way to the shelters. Feeling the effects out here in the commentary box, and so are my notes beneath me here. Ball out on that near side or far side, and it will result in a throw in. So umbrellas out, we're making it work. Ball will be thrown in here just outside 50 for the Stingrays. Can they get something here? Whistle off the ball. Just waiting to see where it is going. Will be Stingray's ball. Can they find a target? Kick inside 50. Got the Dukes out there that time, but couldn't hold on. Still a chance here for the Stingrays. He's just kicked that the wrong way. That's a rare sight in footy. He's dead set kicked that the wrong way. And the Falcons are ready to pounce now to really make them pay. The Falcons are kicking the right way, I can tell you. It doesn't look like it will result in a goal. I'm not sure who that was, but that's a moment that I think his mates will be playing back on the screens a few times because they were inside forward 50. He got the kick and he dead set kicked it the wrong way. So Stingrays now can't exit D50. Intercept mark taken by Sard. What can he do? He goes laterally, ball hung in the air, and they ran past it. Here's an opportunity from 40 on the run. Beauty. I was waiting for a bit of a celebration. There was nothing there. 40 on the run. Just seems like it was another day at the office. And that's his second. And Geelong, well, they're starting to make this look real ugly. And that is the second goal for Patrick Urbanski. So I was waiting for the big roar from the supporters, but obviously very high standards. Just kicked it from 40 on the run in the pocket, and there was nothing. But that's their ninth, as it looks like a very short shower has passed of the rain. So it's just little spots, as there has been all day. So Geelong, they're just continuing to have some fun and really trying to test the limits of how much they can score here in this first half. Ball kicked out. Looks like it's going to be marked again. It will be. This time by Lindsay. What will he do now? Can he get in on the scoring party? Day, he's already kicked 2. He's in there again. Nearly fell for him. In the pocket. Handball through for a rush behind. Not a bad result for the Stingrays. So 9-5-59 plays 1 straight 6. That one there, tough kick. I hope both players are okay. And Urbanski's had a hell of a quarter. He's taken another mark. And given he just kicked the last one from 45 on the run, this is not beyond him, although he does decide to give it off. And why wouldn't you when someone's that wide open? Mark taken by Borak out of the Western Eagles. Trinity College in Colac. About 30 metres out slight angle for the 10th goal of the day for the Geelong Falcons. Just a slight angle on the kick. On the right foot, a little bit of a floater drifting. Misses to left. 9-6-60 to 1 straight 6. So 54-point margin. Still in the second quarter. Not looking good for the Stingrays would be an understatement. The fact that they did have an inside 50 and they dead set kicked it the wrong way, it's probably not the best of signs. But plenty of footy still left to be played. Ball out onto that far side. And, geez, what a quarter this guy's had. Patrick Urbanski from St. Mary's. He's been here, there, and everywhere. Kick to the hot spot. Lots of flyers. No mark paid. Does a 720 there. Needs to get rid of it. What's the decision? Holding the ball. will be another goal-scoring opportunity. Rinse and repeat here at the moment. Just waiting to see who's got the free kick. It's the man that's kicked two already, Daniel May, out of St. Mary's and Western Heights College. He's got an opportunity to kick his third. Just a slight angle, 30 metres out. Very similar to the shot that one of his teammates had about 35 seconds ago. For the 10th goal for the Falcons in this first half, and for his third, there he's got it. His third goal, he's having some sort of a day. 3 in the first half, and there's still plenty of time left in this quarter. And it's 10-6, 66. One straight 60, 60-point margin. Ouch. So back in the middle here. And barring something incredible, Geelong Falcons are going to go 3 from 3 here today, winning the Division 1 girls, the Division 2 boys, and they currently hold a 60-point lead in the second quarter. So they're having a seriously good V-Line Cup. And things go from bad to worse. It's going to be a 6-6-6 warning for the Stingrays. So not a lot of positives from them thus far, unfortunately. That's much better out of the ruck. Good ruck work there from Bayard. Goes to centre half forward. Good tackle there. That's more like it. Should be rewarded and will be. So good passage of play there. Now can they get something for it? Looking to go inside 50. Can someone take a mark? Back with the flight. Couldn't quite hold on. Numbers forward if they can just get it. Swarming mentality for Geelong. Just got rid of it there. That time was Price. Going to be coming back in. Options are plenty. Go back. Relax, kick the goal. That'll be the message. Mark taken by Maxwell Davies out of the Cranbourne Junior Footy Club and St. Peter's College. 40 metres out directly in front for the second goal of the day for the South East Stingrays. So in he comes. 40 metres out. Yeah, and he's got it. Good kick from the young man, Maxwell Davies. 175 centimetres. Just got himself into a good position there. Read the play and ended up on the end of that mark. And they've gone back and kicked the goal. So 10-6, 66. 2 straight, 12. Still a comfortable lead for the Falcons, but second one on the board for the Stingrays. So goal scorers for the Stingrays. Leon Noble and Maxwell Davies for their 2 goals. And the leader of the goals for Geelong is Daniel May with 3. Urbanski with 2, both in this quarter. And then quite a few players with the solo goal, which I mentioned before half-time. So in the middle here, thrown up again. One at ground level by the Stingrays. Another smother by Daniel May, who's been in every part of this game thus far. Takes it on. Goes on his left here. Well done there from Watson. Can he find a target inside 50? Bit of a floater. May's chasing after it. He's dangerous as ever. Baker, right-footed snap to the goal square. Can someone get on the end of this? Ball falls. Whistle. Free kick coming back for the Stingrays. Goes short. Across goal. Goes right to the arc of 50. Baker's there, straight through his hands. In fact, he'll be coming back for a free kick going to him. Chopping the arms. So 50 metres out for Baker. He's really set his teammates up well. Goes to the goal square. Can he set another one up? Oh, yes, he can. He did play on. Probably didn't need to, but it results in another one. Baker with another goal assist. And another one gets on the scoring list. Harry Lindsay with that one. Took the mark. Thought he probably got rid of his opponent and played on and was getting tackled, but he finishes the job. Just Harry Lindsay out of the Newton and Chilwell Football Club. 180 centimetres. And he did well there. So 11-6-72. They get a quick response after that Stingrays goal. 2 straight for the Stingrays, 72-12, 60-point margin. Not long until halftime now. Thrown up here now in the middle. Stingrays now opportunity for an inside 50. It's been few and far between for them. Good spoil from behind to keep it inside their 50, but very easily cleared away from Zurawell on that far side wing. Nice little link-up chain. It's been better the last few minutes from the Rays. That's a better kick. Now, can they find a hit-up target? The run's been good. It's just this next kick. Not a bad option, but it was a one-on-one. It was a good spoil from behind from the Falcons defender. Still inside 50, not out of danger yet. The Falcons, they do clear it, though. One-on-one here on this side. Uses his body extremely well. Goes for a run as well. It was Lindsay who just kicked the goal who did that. Clean bowls everybody. Running after it here. This time is Baker. He's in there. Follows up with a tackle on his man, but they got it away. But it'll be coming straight back into Daniel May on the siren. Well, he's kicked 3. I'm not sure if he's got this one in his wheelhouse, but I'm sure he'll give it a try from 75 metres out, Malcolm Blight style. Not a bad kick, just quietly. It will be dealt with, but that's a decent spiral. But we go into half-time. Geelong Falcons, sensational half. 11-6-72. Stingrays 2 straight 12. We're going to take a break here for half-time in the Division 1 of the V-Line Cup. Don't go anywhere. Second half action coming up in about 10-15 minutes. Welcome back to Marty Bush Reserve here for second half action in the V-Line Cup Division 1 Boys competition. It's all Geelong Falcons here at the moment, 12-6-78 to 2 goals for the Stingrays 12. So a very, very, very comfortable margin here at half-time as both teams are making their way out. And barring some all-time records being broken, Geelong Falcons will leave here from this reserve today going 3 from 3. The girls got the win at the 10 a.m. game. The Division 2 went the way of the Geelong Falcons, and they currently hold a 78-12 lead. So last 3 to 4 minutes of that quarter was not too bad from the Stingrays. They did end up getting a goal. They're 2 goal scorers so far, Maxwell Davies and Leon Noble. There are a few opportunities, but the Geelong Falcons have just been clinical. Leading the way for them, Daniel May with 3 goals. Patrick Urbanski with 2 goals in that quarter. He was absolutely brilliant. 1 goal for Nate Chamberlain. Singles for Tate Hobson, Hamish Levitsta, Jack McGuinness, and Harry Lindsay. So they really are just having some fun with it now. Could have easily been a few more as well. They've been pretty accurate. Roydhouse, I should say, as well, also has 1. But 12-6, they've missed a couple that could have made it a hell of a lot worse. So still plenty of play for. As we said, it's 76th edition of the V-Line Cup, the final game of the carnival here. Seeing the next generation of the superstars for the under-15s division. Big thank you to V-Line for sponsoring the carnival, and obviously Ballarat for hosting one of the many grounds used in Marty Bush Reserve. So we are underway. If you have just joined us, Stingrays are in the gold and black. They're going to the right of your screen this quarter. The Geelong Falcons in the navy, blue and white. They'll be going to the left in this quarter. Is going to start with a free kick going the way of the Falcons. The tackling has been clinical so far. Just light bits of rain falling at the moment. It's been on and off pretty much all day. First half, we didn't have much rain, but it looks like we might get a little bit here in this second half. Free kick. Another will be advantage paid. Gets to the bottom of the pack. Mark, is that almost a mark? Not held in the end. Opportunity for Geelong to start the way that they finish that second. Baker, good tackle. Just got a foot to it. Should be a ball up here. Good pressure for both teams. So thrown up here just inside 50 for the Falcons. Nice side step there that time from Chamberlain. He's got a goal to his name. Handball inside. A lot of looping handballs. A lot of them get intercepted, including that one there. Numbers somehow I've got here with Geelong. End up spoiling his own man. It's going to fall for him here. Take your pick. Hit the belly of the ball there and really made a bit of a meal of it. Not to be there. Sam Leslie has done some good things. Just couldn't finish that one off. So 12-7-79. Plays 2 straight 12. 1 minute gone here in the third quarter. It was Sam Leslie out of Grovedale Football Club. And then go to Grovedale College as well. So he's got to come back here. Goes down the line. 2-on-2. Won at ground level by the Stingrays. Not something we've said too often so far this game. Clean bowls a couple. Good tackle. Ball spilled out. Should be a ball up right in the middle of the ground, and it will be. Thrown up now. And lots of bodies around it again, so it will be another ball up. Whistle, just waiting to see. We're coming back, another Geelong Falcons free kick. Just a bit of holding going on in the ruck contest. So a chance for another inside 50. Harper goes laterally. A little bit of run here now. Can they find an option inside attacking 50? Inside, does it fall for Leslie? Nearly held on to it in the end. In the pocket here, a little bit of fumble from the Stingrays. Put him under pressure. Was kept in by the small forward, Leslie again. Handball's back. Right foot banana to the top spot. little bit of holding going on. There's a lot of bodies around it. Still looks to rush it through. It's going to sit for somebody, surely. Somehow, maybe yes, no, maybe no. Bit of an interesting 30 seconds there. No one really wanted to take clear possession. Eventually rushed through for a minor score. Comes out of the fullback and will be coming straight back in. Good mark taken there from Zurawell. Who can he find? Oh, straight through the hands of the defender for the Stingrays. Handball. Baker, he set a few up. Can he get one here for himself? Mark, take your pick. Goal. Baker sets up another one. That's his third goal assist. And that one's finished off by Jack McGuinness, who kicked the first goal of the game. He kicks that one there. Read it very well as rain continues to fall here. But that's his second out of the Torquay Football Club. 185 centimetres, but been very impressed with Jaron Baker. It's not going to pop up on the stat sheet at the moment, but 3 goal assists for him, and he really has commanded the midfield. And they are really putting them to the sword here. 13-8-86 plays 2 straight 12. 74-point margin. So it's going to be coming back in for the Geelong Falcons. Bit of holding going on. Stingrays will get the free kick. Goes through the middle. Kick out onto the centre wing. May tackled as soon as he got it. Will be a ball up. He's gone behind the ball in this quarter. He's kicked 3 goals already. So they said, you know what? You've done your part. I'm going to test you in another part of the ground by the sounds of things. Nice step through there. A little bit of a run now for them. Good hit-up kick. It's something they've done well. McGuinness, who just kicked the goal, does well. Precision kick. Well done by the Stingrays. Is that holding the ball? Not paid. Is that holding the ball? Not paid either. Lining up for them now. Who can get on the end of it? Well done by the Stingrays defenders. That was well done there from Dave Davies, who's been under the pump. Good mark. Coming out by Lindsay to get it back inside 50. Straight through the hands of the intended target in Walker. Another grubber kick coming outside of D50. Just puts him under a lot of pressure. Picked up by Chamberlain. He goes on his right. Who can he set up? What a kick. Dropped the mark though, did McInnes. He's got a chance for his third. Handball. Right foot. Is it touched? It is touched. The horns are going off, but it was touched off the boot. And they knew it straight away. McGuinness had a great opportunity, just couldn't hold on to the mark, and then that one was touched through. So not exactly very pretty start to this quarter, that's for sure. 13-9-87 plays 2 straight 12. They just got to collect the ball from nearly being kicked onto the main road. And it is Kai Parsons out of the Langwarrin Junior Footy Club who will take it out of fullback here for the Rays. That one there, oh, that's unlucky. Hits him on the half volley and comes off his foot and goes out of bounds on the full. And that, unfortunately, just sums it up today for the Stingrays. So here they are now. Kicks to the hot spot. Can someone get on the end of it? They can. Great run-down tackle. Gets a socket to it anyway, and he deserves one. Does Jaron Baker, and he got one there in the end. He's been here, there, and everywhere. Deserves to get a goal, and he's got one. That's the 14th. For Geelong. His first, 14-9-93 to 2 straight 12. 81-point margin. Talked about Baker just a few moments ago, how much he's commanded that midfield. He's got at least 3 goal assists that I can recall. At least 20 touches. And now he's on the board with a goal. Well done, young man. So if you have just joined us, it's been Geelong Falcons from the very first bounce. He kicked 5 goals in the first quarter. 5 goals to 1 it was, and then since then it's just continued. And it's starting to get really, really ugly here at the moment. Here's an opportunity for the Stingrays. They've been few and far between. Just sock it out of thin air there. Gets to the top of the goal square. Can someone do something? Clearing kick out of D50 does well. Great courage and well done from Leslie there to spoil the contest. They're going to keep running here. Why not when you're so much all over them? Gets out the back. Take your pick. Will be free kick coming back. Will they take the advantage? They shouldn't. And they don't. It'll be coming back. Borak will have it. Now the Western Eagles, 50 metres out, goes short. Oh, just lost his footing on the bit of mud that's in that part of the ground. He's going to follow up, though, with it. Here is Chamberlain. He just fell over. Can he make for the wrongs for the right? Snap. Banana. No good. 14-10, 94. 2 straight, 12. 82 points. So they just haven't been able to get it out of here quickly enough. That's a good kick. And a mark taken by Roberts. And a brilliant kick from Roberts, but unfortunately, just dropped an absolute sitter. Goes from 50 now. Brilliant kick. Does it get out the back? Nearly marked. Would have gone through for a goal if he hadn't have tried to mark it. That's what the groan was for. Follows up, gets gang tackled. Moment he'd love to forget, unfortunately. Hamish Watson is probably going through for a goal from 50. Tried to mark it, spoil it, and ended up getting hold of the ball. Rays tried to go switch across goal. Kick wasn't a good one. Put his team under a lot of pressure. That's a high tackle. So Gallagher, Harry Gallagher, goes short. A lot of air on the kick. Allowed Chamberlain to get a hand to it. He's a bull, this kid. He's giving away the free kick, but... There we go. That's a better hit up. Oh, the Rays. Mark taken there by Parsons. Kai Parsons, that is. His kick, unfortunately, hit the turf. There's too many kicks that are 2-3 metres away from their intended target. It's been their issue today. McGuinness takes the mark. Who can he find? Short chip over the top to Daniel May, who's kicked 3 already. What does he do with it? Goes to a hot spot. Looking back to Chamberlain. Gets tackled. Handball out. Lost in the tackle. Umpire thought about it. Didn't pay it. Gets to the back. Good follow-up tackle. Well done in defence there. McGuinness goes for the ruck. Ray's able to clear. That handball ended up going to himself. Gets it back. Right-footed kick, unfortunately intercepted. For the Stingrays, that kick there, looking for McGuinness over his head, over everybody's head in the end. Tough ball to pick up. Does well, but loses it in the tackle. Another ball lost in the tackle. It's going to sit for somebody. Right-footed snap. Misses to the right. Tate Hobson, who's already kicked one. 14-11. So a few missed opportunities to really extend this game out. Falcons, but 14-11, 95 to 2 straight 12, 83-point margin. That one there, tough kick, put his team under a lot of pressure. And unfortunately, it's been the story. So ball to be thrown in, left forward pocket, third quarter here in Division 1's V-Line Cup action. 83-point lead for the Geelong Falcons, who are going to walk away from this venue here today, 3-0. McGuinness follows up and gets the own footy. Handballs out. Going after it here. Got and won the footy. Well done there from Harry Gallagher. But again, it's just coming back in for the Falcons. That one there, mark was dropped. Did he get a handball to it? Just right-footed snap. Too much hook on it. Hit the post. Hobson. That's his second behind in just as many minutes. He's kicked one earlier. So 14-12, 96 plays 2 straight 12, 84-point margin. Kick out of fullback is not a good one. So ball to be thrown in here, just outside 50 for the Falcons. All the action this quarter has been down this end. Hate to think about what the inside 50 numbers would be. That's a shallow throw in. Gets ricocheted forward. McGuinness just tripped as he was going after the ball. Over on that far side. Ball sort of ricocheting around, waiting for a whistle. We'll get one. ball set to be thrown up here. Just ruffles through the pack and eventually goes out of bounds. It was Will Spicer running through there out of the St Mary's Footy Club and Geelong College. I think we've just, anyone who's tuned in for all three games today, taking nothing away from the Southeast Stingrays, but just shows what an incredible footy town and footy developer Geelong is. The talent we've seen here today, whether it be in the girls, the Division 2 with the younger players, or the Division 1, has been seriously good. And in all three facets of the game, with their defenders, the midfielders, and the forwards, just such a good footballing product, as there'll be a free kick for a trip going the Stingrays' way. And if this is what we're seeing in under 15s, you through a few more years of development, you're going to see a lot of players drafted who played junior footy down in Geelong. There's already so many of them in the AFL as it stands at the moment, and looks like that trend's going to continue going upwards and onwards from what we've seen here today and what we've seen from the Geelong Falcons in Monday and across all the competitions, and whether it be the Herald Sun Shield, Sacred Heart obviously did a great job with that down there for the girls. Thrown in here again, just outside 50 for Geelong. Gets tapped forward. Intercepted by the Stingrays. Can they get a little bit of chain work together? Tackled there, was dumped afterwards, no whistle. Goes and wins the footy, does Chamberlain. He's had a good quarter without getting the reward he deserves. Handball out. A little bit of a fumble, just invited the pressure. Chamberlain steps through about three of them. Slowly working its way forward. Good tackle. Stingrays, that one's taken high, no whistle. Well done there from Baker. Handball out, right foot, 40 metres out, just drifting across the face. Will Spicer there, just missing to the right. But again, that's Baker, who nearly set up another goal. He's kicked one. He's set up at least three. Definitely probably set up a few more. So ball just living down here at the moment. That one there, nearly intercepted. Goes out of bounds. Borak's done that out of the Western Eagles. And it will be thrown in. That boundary umpire has had a very busy last 10 minutes. The boundary umpire on this side, he probably didn't even need to come out of the change rooms, because I don't think it's been on this side the entire quarter. And if it has, it's very, very briefly. So a bit of a shallow throw, a bit of holding going on, and it'll be going the Stingrays' way, and he'll cross the halfway line for the first time in a while. Goes on his left, down the line. Handballed over the top. Here's a chance for the Stingrays. They've been few and far between, but you've got to convert when you get them. Kick to the top. No, the hot spot there. And there's that man again, Baker. What can he do now? Goes with a risky kick across goal, but it works to May. Brilliant tackle there. Lost it in the tackle. Will be holding the ball. Well done. Oh, the Stingrays. Good few moments here. Can they get some reward for their effort? They got to give the ball back, otherwise it's 50. A bit generous there. Stock here, handballed off from 40, on the run, right foot. Has it got the carry? Is it touched? Just touched on the line. It's almost through. It's touched on the line by Max Kayla Thompson. Shot was from Quan Roberts out of the Karen Patterson Lakes Junior Footy Club. And if he had half a more metre on that kick, it would have gone through. But good awareness just to touch it through for Max Kayla Thompson. 14-3-97, plays 2-1-13, 84-point margin. First kick out of the game for the Geelong Falcons. Goes out to the near side wing. Handballed out. The Stingrays now potentially a chance for some repeat entries. Kicked out of thin air towards the boundary line. Kept in by the Falcons. Brilliant run-down tackle has got to be rewarded, and will be. Did well there. Did number 9 in Ashton Harrison at Langwarrin Junior Footy Club. Goes here now to the hot spot. Can someone take a mark? Just gets out the back. Just kept in. Did he get a handball to that? Umpire says he doesn't. In fact, it did just get over the line. As a few players a little bit banged up from that last contest. Courage from Aki Sealy just to stand under that one and cop it. So going to be thrown in here in the right forward pocket for the Stingrays. Just the 2 goals on the day so far. Good to see them get another one here. Tap down. Ruckman gets it out. Just needs to be clean with the footy here. Steps back into trouble. Handballed over. Try to run through a brick wall there and run into the brick wall. Clearing kick out. Marked on the 5th attempt. They're going to have this run now. End-to-end footy. It's what they've done so well today. Gets out the back. Take your pick. Decides to have a shot instead of passing. But he finished the job, so that's all that matters. And it's his 2nd goal. Hamish Labitza finishes that one. Could have easily taken a bounce and walked into an open goal, but you know what? He said, I'll make it a bit more difficult for myself for my 2nd, and who can blame him? And they're past the 100-point mark. And it's fair to say that this ground probably wasn't even expecting it because the scoreboard that we're seeing, the 1 is actually broken. So it says 0-3, but they're 15-13, 103. Plays 2-1-13, and it's going to be getting close to a 100-point margin here soon. But great finish there from Labitza, his 2nd, and the 15th goal on the day as we near three-quarter time. As it looks like there'll probably be a 6-6-6 free kick going Geelong's way. So let's see, they're yelling instructions out. What is a set play? They handball back, but they read that brilliantly, did the Stingrays, so they'll be happy with how they played that one. Obviously a bit of a set play after the 6-6-6 infringement. Good mark taken there as well, so it's been a good few minutes for them. Just need to get something on the scoreboard. And there is that siren for three-quarter time. Geelong Falcons continue to flex their muscle. The scoreboard's been changed again, so back to 14-13 as opposed to 15-13. But I'm sure that'll be confirmed. I'll just say a lot versus not many, and that'll cover off the score. But we've still got a quarter left here in the Division 1 V-Line Cup. We'll be back in a few minutes for the last quarter action. Here, Geelong Falcons in full control. Welcome back to the final quarter of the Division 1 boys in the V-Line Cup here. The last quarter of the V-Line Cup Carnival. The end of 21 games that are played across the divisions. Scoreboard got checked at three-quarter time. They are back to under 100 points. I believe they added an extra goal at halftime. I think there's their actual issue there. So it is 14-13, 97 to 2-1-13. So they didn't quite cross the 100-point barrier. But Geelong Falcons, just clinical. Don't think the Stingrays have been just completely woeful. It's not like they've caused every single goal. I just think the Geelong Falcons have been way too good. Stingrays just struggled to really hit their targets. They've had little passages where they've looked good that they just haven't put it on the scoreboard. Hence the margin. But 1 quarter left here in this V-Line Cup. Geelong Falcons looking to enjoy this last quarter, and the Stingrays looking to put a bit more respectability on the scoreboard. We'll start with the Stingrays unfortunately coughing it up, and another kick inside 50 gets to the back. Here they're going to cross the 100-point barrier. It is official now. And that man, Jaron Baker, what a game from him. That's his second. And remember that name. If you got your notebooks at home, put that one down, because I've got a feeling that's a name we're going to be calling in in just a few short years, quite a few times when it comes to the big leagues. He has been all over the ground today. If he hasn't got 30 touches, he's close to it. 2 goals, here, there, and everywhere. And it is going to be tough to pick a best on as the coach of Geelong when you've kicked 15 goals and get a win by close to 100 points. But he's definitely got to be up there for me. So their 15th goal, 15-13, 103 to 2-1-13. A lot of the action, I think, will be at the other side of the ground. That's the Geelong Falcons end. Big fly, good mark taken there. That time from Walker. What does he do? He goes to play on, but his kick's smothered. Well done by the Stingrays. He follows up with it, Walker. Goes back here to the Falcons. The Rays deal with it well. Sidestep. Here's a little run through the middle of the ground. Something we haven't said too often today. Good tackle from behind. Keep it going forward. This is better. Now it's just this next kick. Can they hit a target just over there, the intended target? So 95% really, really good, and just that little bit of execution, which will come with experience and age. But it will go over the line for a throw-in on this near side. So as we've said, the 76th edition of the V-Line Cup this is. Part of the second year of a 3-year partnership with Ballarat. Over 600 players, officials and families to Ballarat throughout this week as kick is smothered. There'll be another ball up inside 50 here for the Stingrays. But it's a great 3-day event. Brings a lot of people to the city of Ballarat. And some seriously good junior footy and names that you'll be seeing in the big leagues in a few short years. Here's a quick snap and an opportunity to goal. Just drifting across the face and thumping into the sponsors board. That one there. Kai Benstead just didn't get enough curl on it out of the Berwick Springs Footy Club. And it's 2-2 now on the day for the Stingrays. Goes over the top and it'll be marked right in front of us here by Harry Price out of the Torquay Footy Club, and not a kick that he'd like to rewatch. Intercepted here this time. Goes on the right from 45. Tell you what, it's not a bad kick. It's just across the face. Bounce just sat up. Kept onto it a little bit longer than he needed to. Big fly again. Numbers at ground level here for the Rays. Well done with here by Day, who's kicked 3 so far. Chucked behind the ball. Great mark running back with the flight. Well done that time. Hudson Brown kicked 2 goals in their Monday game. Great mark running back with the flight. Was able to get the kick away in the end, and another intercept mark taken by Daniel May. Said behind the ball in the second half, kicked 3 goals in that first half. Good mark. That just didn't quite hold on was Leslie. Did all the hard work. He's going to get to the back here now. What can they do? Bumped off it there. That time was Baker. Staying with it now. Good pick up. Good kick in board. So good start here from the Stingrays. It's probably been one of their better passages, and as soon as I give them a pump up, unfortunately, that's what happens. Right option just was 10 metres to the right of the intended option. Kicked out here now. Good mark taken by number 2. And William Blake, he goes. Great kick. Good mark. Academic. Running out of adjectives here. Got to get the thesaurus out. Should have had a look at three-quarter time. It's just scintillating ball movement. And Harper Diamond out of St. Mary's, 195 centimetres. Tallest man on the ground, according to this. He's a big man. He can go back and kick his first. That one, unfortunately, out to the right. So minor score, 15-14, 104, plays 2-2-14, 90-point margin. There's Harry Gallagher will take the kick out. He's got to jump over the fence and collect the ball first. Fortunately, no spectators over that side to help him out. Sides to go over the far side. Kick just hung in the air for a second too long. Got the spoil on it. Geelong Falcons. Here's an opportunity. Right-footed snap. Didn't really come off the boot well. Gallagher does well, marking in defence. Kicks out now to the arc of 50, and a good kick and a good mark. Taken there. Kai Benstead with the mark. Unfortunately, turns it over. Day, he's chasing after it. He's got 3. Can he get a 4th? Gets forward with the kick in now. Diamond does well. Causes the contest. Not out of danger yet. Loopy handball. Just fumbled by the Falcons player. Gave the Rays an opportunity to converge on him. Nice side step. Keeps it going. Ball really just ricocheting around at the moment with not a lot of flair at all. But here come the Stingrays over the far side. Goes inside. Ball just hung in the air. That had May's name all over it. Daniel May, that is. Kick out on the near side. Bit of pressure here. High tackle. Unlucky. Will be a free kick going the way of Oscar Roydhouse. He's kicked a goal already. He handballed it off to Zurawell. Kicks to the arc of 50. Lots of bodies around it. Grubber kick going forward. No one able to pick it up at ground level here on true centre wing. Kicked forward now for the Stingrays. Not the good bounce at all. It favours the Falcons. Kicked out towards Baker. Best on for me, I would say, if I was voting on it. Does well there. Just gets a kick to it. Could have run back with the flight. Stays with it. 40 metres out. A little bit of holding going on. Umpire says play on. Handballs forward. Opportunity. Just needs to get a right on the board. Great desperation tackle. Goal saving there. They might still get a goal out of it. They will. And it is a goal. It'll be going a goal to Harper Diamond. His first. But I have to mention number 36, Sebastian Colahan there. The rundown tackle that he showed there when your team's down nearly 100 points, that was sensational. I know it ended up resulting in a goal anyway, but he's sprinted really about 12 metres to catch up on his man. There was a brilliant desperation tackle. Unfortunately, it just sat for the Falcons players, but well done to him. Out of the Mount Martha Football Club, kick 1 goal in there. Lost to Gippsland on Monday. But yeah, Sebastian Colahan, that was awesome. But Diamond has his first, and it's 16-14, 110 to 2-2-14. To say it's over would be an understatement. So, brilliant spin there. A few highlights the last few minutes. That's better. Probably the best bit of play we've seen. Darcy Irving right there. Brilliant spin, and mark was taken by Cooper Bruce out of the Edith Vale Aspendale Junior Footy Club. It was a brilliant pick-up and spin from Darcy Irving, who plays at Somerville out of Mornington Secondary College. And now Cooper Bruce, opportunity, be a decent kick, about 40, 45 metres out. Goes on that left foot, bit of a wobbler. Fly from behind, straight to his hands. Attempted bicycle kick, and then tackled around the leg. Nearly kicked him in the head there, but there's a few entertaining things in this game to finish, that's certainly for sure. It's not a dour finish, despite the dour margin. So ball on the far side now. Bit of run for the Falcons. They're going to take a bounce. And another. Go for another. Decides to do the unselfish thing. Goes with his left foot to the pocket. Big Flyers, second attempt. Is it a mark? Not paid. Ball at the bottom of the pack. Ball up. So ball thrown up. Tap down. Whistle. Free kick. Just waiting to see who. Believe it'll be going the Falcons' way. It will be. To number 2 in William Blackie. And he's got an opportunity now. 15 metres out, only a slight angle for him. Hasn't kicked a goal today, and he has now. Some reward for his effort, and it's out past above 100 points. William Blake, I should say. It's completely smudged on my notes from the rain we had earlier. But William Blake gets his first out of St. Joseph's College. 165 centimetres, but you wouldn't know it. He really has tried hard today and got that free kick and finished it off. So 17, 14, 116, 2-3, 15, 101 point margin as it stands. Don't think anyone would object to the siren going right about now. So back in the middle, past 100 points. Quarter time, it was 5-1. And since that point, it really has just been a demolition job, to be frank. Thrown up again here in the middle. No clear winner. It'll be, umpire says, give it to me. Nice spin to get out of the first tackle. Couldn't quite escape the second there. That time was Roydhouse. Kick inside 50 again here. There's a chance for a 2 in a couple of minutes for William Blake. Good mark from the small forwards. Unselfishly gives it up. Well done, William Blake. And it's a man who started it all. Jack McGuinness. He's got 2 goals on the day. He kicked the first goal of the day, 40 metres out on the boundary. This one here, a little bit easier for his third. About 25 metres out, almost directly in front. And if he kicks this, watch him get around William Blake, who did a great mark. Could have easily had a shot himself, but decided to pass it off. So Jack McGuinness, in he comes, and he slots it. Does well. First man to him is William Blake. Well done from those two. And it is 18, 14, 122, 2, 3, 15. Just start saying a lot versus not many, and I'll save a couple of words. So back in the middle here. I'm going to make it 2-0 on the V-Line Cup. 2 wins, very much deserved. Southeast Stingrays, unfortunately, will be 0-2, and Geelong Falcons will be 3-0 at this venue here today. Diamond has a fresh airy for the Falcons. Well done there from Chamberlain. Handball goes out. Kick to the top of the square here. Inside 50, big Flyers. Good mark taken there in defence by the Stingrays. They've been under the pump all day. They've had their moments. It's just been tough. It's just been down there so often. It's just a weighted numbers exercise. Hate to see what the inside 50 count would be. Ball kick there. Unfortunately, just out of reach of the player and out of bounds. And credit to the Geelong Falcons. They haven't stopped either. They've kept the foot on the throat and continued it throughout the game. That one there, not a good kick at all. But they have time to compose themselves. Kick into the middle, though, and a rare turnover. Quick handball here for the Rays. Can they make them pay and get on the board for their third goal? Well done there as Cooper Bruce takes the mark. Wheels onto his left. Not the spinning kick that you would have wanted. Mark at the chest of Noble. Here's a chance for them if they're clean. Handball, right foot from 40. Goes to the pocket. 2-on-1. Big fly. Deserved to mark it. Couldn't quite hold on. Follows it up. Falcons clear the immediate danger. They do a good job. Should be coming straight back in, though. Mark taken by Harper Murray. He unfortunately turns his kick over. Intercept mark taken there by Zurawell. He has a beauty of a kick to the middle of the ground. Just end-to-end footy. It's like they got the ball on a string. That one there, he just read it better than everybody else did. Walker, he plays on, goes on his left foot inside 50. This got his name all over it, and it does. Mark taken, Harry Price. 35 metres out. Slight angle. Chance for the 19th goal. His first it would be. End-to-end footy. Harry Price out of the Torquay Footy Club goes to St. Joseph's College. 185 centimetres. In he comes. Right foot. Has it got the distance on it? It does, and he's kicked it. Well done to him. Harry Price has his first. And it is 19-14, 128 to 2-3-15. Well past the 100-point barrier now. So back in the middle here, last quarter of this V-Line Cup, and it's just been all Geelong Falcons. There's no other way to put it, and they're not done yet. They want to keep inflicting some more damage onto this scoreboard. Good tackle there. Did he get rid of it in time? No, the umpire says it is holding the ball. Options. Everyone's screaming for the ball. Kicks to the top of the square. Second attempt. Can't quite hold on. But it's going to be coming straight back in. Did well to hold on to the mark there. Goes short. Couldn't quite. Whistle. Free kick going Geelong Falcons' way. So with that last goal, they've hit the highest score of the V-Line Cup. Previously, for this year, was held the Southeast Stingrays in Division 2, hit 121 on their game on Monday. And that has been eclipsed with 128. So an opportunity here for a yet another goal. $40 metres out. It's a good-looking kick. Has it got the carry on it? What does the umpire say? Yes, it does. And Harry Price again. 2 in 2 minutes for him. That's a brilliant of a kick there from 45, if you don't mind. Just over the line in 2014 now, 134. 119-point margin. You can do the maths. Thrown up in the middle. Knocked forward here for the Falcons. Rays do well in defence. Kick now out onto that far side. Mark taken by Roberts. Good kick across the middle. That's a brilliant of a kick right there. Mark taken by Benstead. What can he do? Kicks to the top of the square. No mark. Chance here for the Rays. Left-footed snap. Just got to sit for one of the small forwards. Ball's going to beat everybody, and it goes over the boundary line. Not the best day for the Stingrays. Only the 2 goals. They did have a moment. I believe it was in the second quarter where they were going inside 50. Kicked it to a player, and he kicked it 40 metres the wrong direction because they thought they were going the other way. Unfortunately, it summed it up. But full credit to Geelong. They have been way, way, way too good. Ball thrown in. Just spoiled forward, or punched forward, should I say. Lots of bodies around it. wanting to get another one on the board here. Waiting, whistle. Holding the ball. Free kick going the Stingrays' way. Wait to see who it is after the rugby scrum clears. And I believe it's Harry Gallagher who's got it here now. They're pleading with him. Let's see if he's too far out to score. Geez, he's got a fair kick on him, the young fella. Get up. Oh, yes. Oh. Wow, I reckon that's incredibly harsh. I thought that was a goal right there. That was a brilliant kick from Harry Gallagher. And I don't think he touched that. Unfortunate, because they deserve that one. And now a bit of control. So 2-4 there. I think he's a bit hard done by, Harry Gallagher, out of Langwarrin Junior Footy Club, but that'll do it. Final siren, Geelong Falcons. Just put on a clinic on how you play footy. 2014, 134. They win 2-4-16. I'm going to say 3-3 because that was a goal from Harry Gallagher. He got robbed, in my opinion, there. But that is all here at Marty Butch Reserve here for the V-Line Cup, and that is the V-Line Cup done for 2025. 76 edition. Been great to be down here in Ballarat for it. Part of the 3-year partnership. Second year now done. As I said, they estimate over 600 people down to Ballarat. Families, players, supporting the local businesses and seeing the best under-15s footy in the state. As I said, there's a lot of names that you'll be seeing here over the last 3 days, whether it be in the girls, the Division 1 boys, the Division 2 boys that you want to remember for the next few years. But that's going to do me here. We do have the post-game presentation, so hang around for that to see who got best on for both these teams. But it's been good to bring you all the coverage here today from Marty Butch Reserve. My name is Jordan Moore on behalf of AFL Victoria, V-Line, and the City of Ballarat. Thank you all for tuning in. I look forward to bringing you the action next year for the 77th edition of the V-Line Cup. That's going to do us. Final score here, 20 goals, 14, 134. Geelong Falcons defeated South East Stingrays 2-4-16. We'll catch you later.